everybody's like bragging about right to work states, like how great they are, okay? And they don't want to look at the fact that if you go in there and you're not qualified to work, they can hire you, and then the moment they get sick of your shit, they can just fire you anytime they want. That's on the surface. But then you have these right to work states that frickin' also allow franchises to do that and then frickin' hand out information. So you have the fast food joints, you got the payday loans that frickin' are out that everybody hates getting phone calls from. You got all of these freaking liquor distribution outlets that are really, really into pushing the ID registration thing. You know what I mean? Why are they doing that? I wonder. You know what I mean? Because more regulation means more freaking money for them. You see?
And not to go too far off the subject here, I've had this phone number um, that I'm calling you guys on. I've had it for over 2 years. I'm still getting text for a Shauna, the previous owner of the phone number, about loans. Apparently, this person is taking out a couple loans, and every loan agency in the country is blowing up my phone 24/7.
That's what I'm talking about, like with the car, okay? There's all this technology that they're putting into the vehicle, and when you buy and you sell the vehicle, what information that's in it to make sure that it doesn't follow you into when you buy the vehicle.
Well, a phone number is an ID, essentially. It's a location and ID. You have a phone number that is unique to you. I have a phone number that's registered to me. So it's not the hardware; it's the phone number.
Yeah, but don't.
So if you have something that ties into like subscriptions, because again, you're gonna need subscriptions to the apps. That Roger brought up. There's going to be apps. There's going to be subscriptions. But these things will follow you around. I think it just because you may be in the same, let's say, economic status or position as the previous owner of the vehicle, they just may just advertise the same stuff to you as the original owner of the car. That would be a possibility. They're the same economic class. They might have similar positions in life. Maybe they might want to, and then they'll build upon that data, and they'll build upon that, and they'll become a formula, and then it'll spread across the entire country. Yeah, I mean that is a valid concern. Now that we've gone back over it, yeah, that's a valid concern.
Because why I say that for, because if they got like with the cameras in it, and if you're able to talk as well, and it registers your voice as a person, that picture and the vehicle that goes to the vehicle. Okay, and you want to make sure. And to me, I just figure, okay, what is the process of from one to the other? Because if you have two voices, two of everything in the computer that's running all that, how the computer can tell the difference from one to the other? Because you can stand outside of the car, as long as the car hears your voice, will respond to you. If you got two people standing beside the car, and after the car hears both of you, well, it's not saying however.
Well, I travel around with this woman that I'm renting from all the time, and we'll be having conversations. I would say about 3 out of 10 times that we're driving, the Siri will come on and like, "What'd you say? You want what? Oh, Siri, can you repeat that, please?" And it'll just come on, and we have to shut it off manually. We have to press the button to shut it off. It's like stop listening. So, yeah, I mean, it's a surveillance state, brother. This is the nightmare. This is the dystopian present that we have. So that is a valid concern.
And one thing I've noticed too, because if you ever look around again, when you go to like National Guard Armory, you look at their vehicles, okay? Now, they're already doing it to the U.S. citizens' vehicles, okay? But so far that I know of, they haven't done it yet to the government, to the National Guard vehicles, you know? Their trucks, bigger trucks, tank, uh, tractors, and all that. Because people has hopped on them and cruised downtown with them. You would stop and think about what better way to if they're going to probably put that into farm equipment as well to avoid that from happening. Of someone walking up and stealing a tractor. Okay.
Well, a concern that I have, and I think I've spoken about this with you guys. Maybe not. So when that whole AI picture thing came out, like you type in what you want the picture to be, and AI will make the picture.
Yeah.
I just want to see what would happen. I put in worst race on Earth, worst human race on Earth. You know what it came up with?
Mm-mm.
Take a wild guess. Just take a guess.
I hate.
All right, I'm not gonna put. Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble. Well, it showed a Neanderthal like black people,
A what?
and it showed like black people as Neanderthals. This is the worst race of people on the planet. So the AI only knows what it's fed, right? The information is fed. It makes decisions. It comes to conclusions based on the information it's fed. So, with that said, you can be racially profiled by an AI. You never know. You could be a black dude just chilling, driving down the road, smoking a blunt. The AI on you, call the police, and have you followed by cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what because it's collecting data and it's listening. It may find ways of profiling people that we don't have yet. It may find that people with a certain octave of voice do a certain thing, or maybe someone who only fills up half a tank will go and do this activity. There's more prone to do that activity. It's going to collect so much data to where it's going to start profiling us based on our behavior, which is the point of the marketing. But also, it might get us in legal trouble. So it's really, it's something that it's very dangerous. The whole AI thing in the cars, it's not going to be. I mean, we'll be conspiracy theorists, right?
Yeah.
Most people have with this technology, most people will have a pleasant experience. But there's going to be a percentage of us who are going to get nothing but hell.
Yeah. But
I know. Go ahead.
I was wondering, your retina. I'm saying it right, ain't I? Your eye. You know how they got that machine?
Retina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if there's a camera in the car, okay, and it has that face recognition and all that, you would think too that if they're smart enough for a security measure and all that, do a retina, if it's able to do that, a retina scan, to verify who you are, you're the one that's in control of, the car, is it yours?
Yes.
Not to where if a
biometrics.
person that tries to steal the car or tries to do something to it, that it has a way to verify who is who.
Mm-hmm.
And
you may be someone who accidentally, you may just be chilling with a friend, and for some reason you end up sitting in the driver's seat. It may scan you. it may ask you, are you still in the car, and you got to have like the owner override stop the police from coming. It's all kinds of things that are going to have to be worked through, of course. But I'm sorry. Continue your question.
Well, that and like ambulance vehicles, okay, if they're going to be putting stuff like this in, they're going to have to especially have to work on that situation there, because when the ambulance drivers got to high speed, turn, look at someone talking to them in the back and all that, not able to keep their face straight 100%, that's how they're going. The program is going to have to be altered or upgraded for that situation there, for the ambulance system vehicle, because it's not being driven the original way as when it needs to be. There's driving, but then there's high speed driving.
More than likely, if there's going to be any kind of automation, ambulances will probably be automated and will be able to communicate with other cars and force them out of the way. That I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. But again, anything that's good that's being presented to us is going to have 10 other bad things that tag along with it that will be exploited or unable to be worked around. So, yeah, I mean, really, I wish vehicles had the capability of becoming emergency vehicles on their own. Let's say you're sitting in your car, you have a heart attack. The car should be able to have red and blue lights flashing on it, that automatically drive you to the hospital.
And
So,
like a signal,
I mean,
what you call like a communication thing sends off a pulse to where ambulance or the law enforcement knows where you're at, to where you're in trouble. You need, but yeah, and that's a good thing. But what I was referring to,
there's so much good. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I was referring to is drivers. The ambulance, that they're going to the point where if you go over to a certain temperature, if you go over the speed limit, and your face is to a different direction, and your expression on your face too, your blood pressure as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all that has to be taken into consideration for that purpose there, because you're not dealing with a person, a regular person driving. There's someone's got to be rescued, sent to the hospital in that ambulance. That with all that computer stuff inside, that computer stuff don't need to be processed be like a regular vehicle. It needs to be set up to where safeguards are in place to make sure the lights are running. Ambulance is running like it's supposed to, top line. The hospital can know how close is the ambulance to the hospital, to where they get ready when they get right up close to the doors. More or less.
Well, I mean,
add a little bit more to it.
I don't buy
when
into
it
that.
comes to,
I mean, you guys, like listen to what you're saying right there. Okay, it all does sound like it's really good and safety and all that great, but I mean, you take a look at what you're really talking about there. You're talking about freaking a lot of regulations. You're talking about these machines doing what humans should already be doing. Okay. Like this is the way humans should already be doing their work. All right. Now, like I don't want any kind of technology inside of a vehicle, if it's my vehicle or the ambulance or the hospital, that is going to freaking make sure that everything's done accordingly. I want a human doing it.
Well, you can have it both directions.
Why? I don't want
when
it
it
both
comes
ways.
to emergency vehicles,